Best-selling author and CBS News contributor Arthur C. Brooks argues many people do not understand what therapy is designed to do. In his latest Pursuit of Happiness column for the Free Press, Brooks, who teaches the science of happiness at Harvard, writes about the role of therapy. He says it's not about making you more happy, but less unhappy. The Free Press and CBS News are both owned by Paramount Skydance. Arthur Brooks, welcome.
Good morning.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you.
All right, so you write that unhappiness isn't a sign that there's something wrong, that therapy's job is to reduce misery, not produce happiness. Now, what I find really fascinating about that is, although my sister jokingly says I need therapy, I've never needed, in my mind, therapy to understand that you can experience your highest highs only after you hit your lowest lows. So do you worry that our culture is losing that basic understanding?
Yeah, I worry that our culture is understanding the role of unhappiness, of all feelings, as a matter of fact. Emotions exist as an alarm system for you to tell you what's going on around you. I tell my students at Harvard, look, if you're not feeling sad and anxious a lot, you're doing something hard, you need therapy. The bottom line is it's a healthy thing to have both happiness and unhappiness. We just need to learn to manage the unhappiness and raise the happiness in our lives. I teach on the happiness side, and most people need to raise their happiness more than they need to lower their unhappiness, which is what they're getting in therapy.
But I also like in your article, I love the way you write, Arthur. I'm paraphrasing here. You said therapy, you tell a story about Thanksgiving dinner. An elderly relative was talking about they're having a devil of a time with hemorrhoids.
Which is not what you want to hear about at Thanksgiving.
I know, and you go, it seems to me that therapy like hemorrhoids should be kept private.
Yeah.
Why do you believe that therapy, I love the analogy between the two, but why do you believe that therapy should be kept private?
I thought that. I had to update my views. So I came back to teaching about 7 years ago after having been a CEO for a long time. And I realized that a lot of young people, for the first time, were talking very openly about it, which, by the way, is great. I updated my views. I think, 2 thumbs up to that. But one of the
Two thumbs up for you.
Well, I need to actually talk to my students about the fact that probably their biggest problem is greater happiness, not lower unhappiness. And so that's why I teach happiness. That's how I talk with couples, as a matter of fact. The biggest problem in most marriages is not too much grievance and too much conflict. The problem is not enough fun and joy in the marriage. And so when I work with couples, what I'm trying to do, and my wife and I work a lot with couples who are getting ready to get married, and we say, here are the ways that you can actually raise the happiness.
Ready to write these down. Let's
No. You say you want to be happy, act nicely.
Yeah, well, among
act
other
nicely.
things. And, this is one of the things. So for couples, for example, the biggest mistake that they make is not working out their conflict. It's, for example, not looking at each other in the eyes when they're talking, which releases a neuropeptide in the brain called oxytocin that gives them a sense of joy and connection. Number one. And by the way, women have more oxytocin than men. Men, husbands, stare at your wife in her eyes while you're talking to her, and she's going to be like, I don't know, I feel like our marriage is less in trouble.
Yeah.
Number 2 is more touch, because more touch is really important. That's actually more important to men than it is to women. Yeah, totally. I mean, it's like,
It's more, wait. It's more important to men, touch than women?
Touch than women, actually. And so, ladies, touch him every time you're with him. When you lock your arm around his when you're walking down the street, he feels like he's 7 feet tall. Number 3 is have more fun, like you did in the old days. Fun. Have more fun. Don't just talk about your conflicts. Go ride your bikes. Go have some fun. Do the stuff you like.
You need time to have fun.
No, that's the date night. And number 4, and this is really, really important, do something contemplative where you can take your brains. I have a book coming out about how to mold your brains to each other and like pray together.
And where do I find said man? What is the name of your new book coming out? What is the name?
The Meaning of Your Life, Finding Purpose in an Age of Emptiness.
All right. I like that, Arthur. You also say, don't expect your therapist to fix you. Like, you wouldn't fire your therapist because they couldn't fix your dishwasher.
Right.
Because that's not their job to fix you.
Yeah,
Less than
therapists
20
are awesome.
seconds.
They do a great thing. And if you actually have a big unhappiness problem in your life, which is to say, you're not trying to eliminate your feelings of unhappiness, you're trying to manage them. That's what therapists are good at. But you need to raise your positive emotionality, your positive parts of life, and that requires education and practice.
Arthur C. Brooks, always great to have you. Thank you very much. The Meaning of Your Life, Finding Purpose in an Age of Emptiness, comes out on March 31st. It's available to pre-order now.